Like. Do you hear this word all the time? In this video, you are going to learn really important uses of the word like that will get you talking like a native speaker. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. And if you are new around here, I like that. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this video and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Oh, and one important thing, watch this video until the end because I will share with you the #1 mistake students make with the word like. So here we go. First use of the word like, comparison. Yes, what is that supposed to mean, Priscilla? What I'm basically saying is that like in this situation is not a verb. It means similar to. All right, let's see some examples. I am just like my mother. That means I'm similar to my mother in a certain way. I don't look like my father. Like, I'm not similar to my father. So in this case, like is not a verb. It's a way to compare things, okay? For example, in the song, I'm like a bird. So the singer is singing, I don't know if you know this song because it's a little bit old, but it's a nice song. I'm like a bird. I'm not saying I like a bird. Not like, no. I'm saying I'm similar to a bird. I'm like a bird, okay? And I also gave an example where I say look like. There are some verbs that you will usually use with the preposition like. And in this case, it's the same idea that I told you, similar to. For example, look like, sound like, smell like, taste like. I am eating a cake that is really good and it reminds me of my mother's cake. So I can say, oh, this tastes like my mother's cake. So the taste is similar to my mother's cake. This flower smells like roses. So I'm saying this flower and roses have a similar smell. Okay, so with the preposition like, I will give this idea of similar to. And remember, like is not only a verb. It has many different uses. It can be a preposition, it can be an adverb, and many other possibilities. Another common confusion is with the words like and as. And on my Patreon, I made a post just talking about the difference between like and as. So if you want, go check it out. All my posts on Patreon are free. Basically, Patreon is a website where you can financially support my work. So any amount is welcome, but you can also check the material for free. So go check it out. Next, a different use of the word like, filler word. I like this one. What's a filler word? Basically, a filler word is a word that you use in the middle of conversations, okay? But this word apparently has no meaning, no translation. It's just helping you pause the phrase or make a hesitation, okay? So there's not really a translation to this filler word, all right? And like is a very popular filler word that we use in the middle of sentences before we continue speaking. It doesn't necessarily have a translation. It's more like it's helping you pause or hesitate. Now, one important thing, although it is very popular and it's very informal, it's not always nice to use the filler word like all the time. It is a little bit annoying if you're all the time yeah, native speakers don't really like that. They do it, but they balance. And depending on where you go, depending on who you're talking to, they will not like the excessive use of the word like, of the filler word like. So watch out for that, okay? Let's see some examples of the filler word like. I was thinking about going to the movies tonight, but then my parents were talking to me about staying home and having dinner with them. So I just accepted and decided to stay home. My sister invited me to go to the movies last night, but I was like tired and I didn't want to go out. So I just said no. I have like no money. Really, I'm broke. Yes, I'm exaggerating here, but that's the idea. It's a filler word. It doesn't really have a translation, okay? So this is mostly used in spoken language. Don't write this, okay? It's not cool at all. And if you are in a very formal situation, just don't. Don't, okay? Are you enjoying this video? So, are you enjoying this video? Yes? So how about hitting the like button? I still got one more explanation for you. And after that, I will tell you the #1 mistake students make with the word like. So here we go, explanation 3. To introduce a quotation or impersonation. This is a function word that you can use in informal conversations before you introduce something that another person said, a quotation, or an impersonation. When you act like the person, when you want to say the same thing or behave the same way as the person, an impersonation. For example, I was in class yesterday and then my teacher was like, Priscilla, you didn't do your homework again. But then I was like, yeah, I was busy. So impersonation, I did an impersonation of the teacher. I did what she did and I said what she said, a quotation. Okay, so I can use the like, I can use the word like before I introduce the quotation or the impersonation. Nice. Now we can finally move on to the #1 mistake students make, which is to use the word like only as a verb. And because of that, pay attention because this is important. Because of that, you misunderstand many different questions in English. Here are some examples of questions that many students confuse, many students misunderstand. I have many clients who have confused these questions. It's very normal. And why does that happen? Because they only see the word like as a verb. So here we go, question #1. What are you like? Here, I'm not asking what do you like? I'm asking what are you like? So in this question, I'm asking you about your opinion about someone or something. So in this case, what are you like? I'm asking you about you. So what are you like? Well, I am very friendly, patient, I'm hardworking. So what are you like? A little bit about you. Another question that will help you understand this. What is your city like? So here, I'm not asking if you like your city. Here, I'm asking, what do you think of your city? What is your city like? And tell me a little bit about it. Well, my city is great. You know, it's very busy and there are many places for you to go. It's amazing. And I can use this with many different words. For example, you went to a new restaurant and I want to know about it. So I say, what was the food like? Oh, it was great. Very delicious. If you enjoyed this video and if you watch it until the end, yes, congratulations. I want you to write in the comments, #LikeAPro, just so that I can see that you watched this video until the very end. Thank you so much, friends, and I'll see you next time.